just the detail on that. Like you've just opened that up. There's no way a figure's going to get through that door. But it's still got the door on it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but again, it provided us with hours of fun, and that we got that. That was at the Christmas, I think. We got
this. I had this. You had the Tower of Doom. Yeah, you had that.
I thought you had that between. But yeah, I mean, and even that, a bit of history to there. It's still got
where we got these
Empire Stores catalogue, which was like a catalogue that my mum used to get every year. That you'd get one in summer, wouldn't you? Spring, summer, and one in autumn, winter. And you could order from the catalogue, and that's obviously where she got that and the Doom cycle from, the Doom roller from, because it's got the Empire Stores stickers on it still. But I mean, they were very playable, and I think the thing for us is that it introduced us to the characters. Like
these were the first, really, apart from like the Amigo ones, that had done superhero figures.
Yeah, certainly in that size as well. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, for us it was it was totally different to what we'd had before, because it was, like you say, just the Amigo
when
figures.
You'd got like the larger
I think the other ones you'd had before were the Amigo magnetic ones as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, these were like a real, and for the fact that we got into superheroes, that we were kind of more into superheroes, I think, at that point again.
Yeah,
as well.
Probably.
I
can't. I mean, and I think it definitely introduced me to like Wolverine and stuff.
I was about to say that, like, I don't think I knew much about Magneto or Wolverine.
No.
Definitely not Cap.
No. I think that I knew more about those through Spider-Man and Friends cartoon. There was a Hulk cartoon when they were little.
Fantastic Four. Yeah, I mean, even Iron Man, I wouldn't said I knew a massive amount about, but I knew
I think we did
just bits and pieces. Yeah. I mean, there's bizarre things about him. Like, I question why Magneto and Iron Man need guns. I don't know why I'd particularly need a gun. It was I suppose they just kind of threw those in as extra things, but then there's bizarre choices, like Captain America came with nothing other than the shield, which
obviously had a shield.
Everybody had a shield anyway, and Cap had a shield, but you would have thought, wouldn't you, that they'd have made like a proper shield. And I remember, and I've still got it, we actually tried to make out of Fimo a proper shield for Cap to wear, because we were so disappointed at the lack of shield. But I mean, it had elastic bands on the back, rubber bands on the back, which are now gone. But that was the idea of that we made him this shield. I can't imagine. I mean, obviously I can restore things better and make things better than this now, but at the time that was the height of my using Fimo. I think they are just a really unusual toy in terms of, there's such a random selection of figures. You've got kind of your most popular ones, sort of Cap and Spidey and Doctor Doom and Doctor Octopus, and then these lesser ones, which in the now everybody knows Magneto.
And it's a shame that they didn't. I don't know if they didn't take on as well as they should have done, or whatever. But you would have thought people like Thor was in it. Fantastic Four were in the.
There was all of the X-Men in
all of the
Secret
X-Men
Wars comic. Yeah, Fantastic Four featured in it. You got, like you say, in terms of super villains, you got ones. I think was it Absorbing Man who was in it, and the Lizard, and so there was a massive amount of, and even the Beyonder himself, who was like the main sort of villain, if you like, in Secret Wars, that was introduced specifically for it, but they didn't kind of go down that route. No. Certainly didn't introduce any female characters as well, which is which nowadays, if particularly with things like the Star Wars, do you remember the debacle Force Awakens when there was not a Rey figure properly? It's just such a weird thing to think, that there was no female characters in this even. And then you got unusual things like the Doom roller, which wasn't in the. None of these were in the actual comic, but the Doom roller, this is actually electronic. You can switch this on. It's got a motor in it, but the weird thing is about it, and this is a concept. It even irritated me today putting this together, that these fall off really easily. They don't. They're just kind of meant to just stick under their own kind of friction into the side of it, and they never work properly. But what was really good, I
this
loved
was for
this.
Dr. Octopus, wasn't it?
I don't know. I thought it was for Doctor Doom. It's a Doom roller.
I know, but I'm sure I seem to remember the commercial. It's Doctor Octopus.
Well, but the thing is, and it still does this to this day, it was really dangerous. That
yeah.
switching it on is fine.
Yeah.
Switching it off
You
is a
cannot-
nightmare.
Yeah.
Because it does that, which is pretty good. But try and turn it off, please. See, you can't. You have to literally put your hand in and risk your fingers to actually stop it. So, but you know, I mean, it was great. We had so many hours of fun with these toys, and even looking at them today, I'd quite happily sit and play with these again because they're just such a great
I
figure.
mean, and that's the thing. The playability of them. They're quite robust. I mean, and I know you've still got stuff like that.
Yeah, I had
break
to
easily.
restore this one last year. The actual tentacle arms on it were just, they were in such a bad state because that's the bizarre thing about this figure, that the actual, his arms are actually joined. They're inside that there's like a plastic piece that keeps them all together, and I think as kids we'd tried to move them thinking that
I think that everybody who probably had these as figures wanted to use it like Doctor Doom does and
Doctor
Octopus and move him around on
on his legs.
But you shouldn't have done that with these. They weren't there
Because
to
they
move,
weren't
were
there
they?
to move really. That's the thing that kind of, I suppose, in a way lets it down. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, we weren't to know that they were
No.
joined in the middle,
No.
and every time we moved them, we were like basically breaking the
them,
figure.
yeah.
But saying that, out of all of them, that's probably the least robust figure.
I know, for that reason, yeah.
So this is the first wave of figures, and these were easier to get. As we said, we got some from Newquay. I think we got quite a few of these from Nottingham City Centre itself.
From the co-op, I think.
I think it was the co-op, and then a lot of these were obviously from catalogues. So the first series were quite easy to get.
Yeah.
The second series, not so. And we'll look at those next.
They're on a quest. Geek Force, they circle the idiot test. Geek Force, first the worst, second the best. Traveling to the past without a safety net. Geek Force, traveling to the past without a safety net. Geek Force, traveling to the past without a safety net. Geek Force, traveling to the past without a safety net. Geek Force, traveling to the past without a safety net. Geek Force.